when I was saying like don't I want you don't tell me about them.
Right.
If we have some sort of a word which describes like non-elves,
Oh, I think you
like
probably do.
gaijin
Yeah,
or
exactly.
something, like I would have
strongly
used that.
suspect, yes.
Yeah.
Strongly suspect that there is.
I'm going to say let's do the job, but I think I might have some interesting bet for you for when are these games with Cub? Who is this guy
Kabuh.
that you're talking about?
K-B-U-H. Struck me as a perfectly excellent name.
Tell me about him. He's the he's the reigning champion.
If that's the right word. He's the favorite now.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, a, not even a fighter. Just rips people apart.
Executioner, basically.
Rips them apart. How?
With his hands, smashes them with his club.
Half giant?
A small one.
What is smaller than half giant?
Oh, small, yeah.
Right.
Human.
Smallish for a half giant.
Okay, alright. Psionics?
None that
Obvious.
no, those are blanked for the arena.
Okay,
Unless it's a psionic combat.
interesting.
Yeah.
That was not in the game.
I like that idea though.
In the computer game,
Yeah,
that was not in the
But
game.
I think that's a good idea.
Um,
If I were, I mean, you wouldn't want to.
yeah, no
Yeah.
psionics.
I mean, nobody. If it was just who knows psionic whatever in the arena, nobody would bet. There'd be nothing to understand the bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's the favorite of Hao and they are basically throwing everything at him.
Right.
What about all the other fights? There are no other fights.
Oh, there are others. Sham dominates those as well.
So if there is a pretender, what did you use before? I don't know when you were describing this sort of a thing. When you
A challenger.
A challenger. When there is a challenger,
yeah,
that's who they'll probably throw at him, right?
Right. Well, they'll probably have Kabuh will probably be announced as all right. Now is the time where anybody who dares can step in.
Mm-hmm.
Probably after he's executed a few people, just for
just for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Do they do multiple executions at one time? I'm now spitballing here.
Of course.
Of course. What is the chance?
I think.
All right, so let's talk business.
Right.
By the way, I also might have some information to sell.
Sure, but hold on.
Yes.
What were you going to say?
No, nothing special.
All right.
It was about, I think,
You're just
Trixie
backing
wanted
up.
to say about the business, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
About the job.
Excellent.
But
yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to say, like, I also have some information to sell. I'm not sure who would be interested, though.
With briefly the information brokering that you wanted to do regarding the marriage and stuff like that, all that can be handled. Let's gloss through that and say that it's not that's valuable. There's no conflict. No. There's lots of people here who would be interested, and you're all speaking Elven, right? I mean, it's all.
And actually,
this is what people do here in the Elven market.
There's actually, I'm willing to give this information as a return later, for a different exchange later.
Perfect. So you're influence peddling. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfectly good. Okay. Now let's move to.
What the job that he wants to give us.
And well, basically, you're going to be given a wooden case, and you are supposed to deliver it into the sage's district, into actually what's called the Palm Court, which is kind of the crappiest part of the sage's district. It's the place where all the beta and gamma product goes when it fails to. it's sort of the second hand, or what is the word we use? Damn, there's a word for this. Goods that aren't making it in the main markets, they
Yeah.
sort of trickle out. And,
Outlet.
yeah. So the point here is that we end up with so basically you're supposed to transport it there.
A wooden case.
Yeah.
Is it locked or can we open it?
You will be actually
Or
be
should
shown.
tell me. Okay.
You will be shown, and what you have is glass tubes that they're 20.
Oh my God.
20 glass tubes about this tall, and they are not easily opened.
Okay.
So you can't just pop off the cork or something like that. They are closed.
Mm-hmm.
Full of a milky fluid.
Mm-hmm.
How much do we get paid?
And
What is the payment for them?
Yes, of course. Well, first of all, you are going to be paid in, well, there's actually several different ways. You could be paid in materials that you then would be able to sell at your own profit and in your own way.
Or take it for ourselves.
Right. Yeah. Which is a bad idea.
I
Just
mean,
in
he
principle, right? Just in
I
principle.
gave him the idea
Yeah.
and he immediately put that my brother is in a because he did that. It's like-
No, I actually had your brother already slated. Everything you
Oh
said.
really?
Everything you said. I just was like, did she read my notes? You check, check, check.
I mean,
Now you played this game before.
Yeah.
No, I
she's-
haven't.
Yeah,
It's just
look
how
at this. Yeah.
how me and
No,
my brother think.
See,
you know?
see, there's this whole business about them, and then there's your brother says Rose brother, right? And I made a letter, that big arrow leading down there. I
think
did
it's
that
good
before
that
we
you
played.
do the talking.
Yeah. So yeah, you happily, made sense with everything that I have here. That's like perfect. Okay, so here is
The alternative payment. way?
no, the alternative payment. There are different kinds. I mean, there are valuable seeds that various different creatures, like there's a species of lizard or something that puts these seeds under its skin and secretes like a substance among them, some hormone or something, and then it uses them as an energy source or for some other benefit, depending on the seeds or the lizard. And but if you catch this lizard and you get the little cyst full of these things,
You can produce your own.
this is actually a really valuable item. Then there are other things that are much more like money, anonymous exchange, and those are usually some kind. For example, there is a plant whose wood is of a particular consistency. It's not very delicate, but it's not good for weapons either. And if you take a twig and you chop it, you basically make coins. And these have turned into an extremely useful currency in the city. So you would basically be able to get sort of almost the equivalent of a sack of gold coins, right? That are these sort of wooden discs. And so that's sort of the extreme, an exotic resource that could easily be sold at a profit. So you're getting a certain amount, and whatever you can make off it, that's your payment. All the way to basically anonymous, usable, neutral currency of a set amount. And so either one, or there's probably intermediate forms of currency of different kinds in there that you could choose from as well if you want something that's kind of half and half. But those are sort of the extreme forms of payment here in the Elven market. Basically, as you can see, money in this culture is extremely flexible.
I want information about this fluid. Would he give?
No.
Is he willing
No,
to say
don't open the
anything?
package.
No, don't
Right.
open. No, I don't
Yeah.
want to open the package. It's like, how often do you need to do this transfer?
It's better done in small amounts. In this case, he says let's just say if you wanted to do this on a regular basis, it would probably be Uh, oh, I should look up the Athas calendar at this point, but it's complicated. Let's just say it would be every 10 days or so.
One vial or 20 vials?
Or some a pack like this.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we'll take up the job and.
And then.
So we need to bring it to somebody in Palm Court in the Sage District.
Mm-hmm.
We have a contact.
Yes.
He gives us the name or the house or
the
whatever,
place.
the place.
Yeah.
And we're gonna receive our payment when we return here, or
the payment will be waiting for you. The once you put this case in the basically in the abandoned fountain where you're supposed to leave it, then as you leave, somebody will provide you with what you have coming to you.
And let's say
after a check.
And let's say that we're extremely unlucky and a guard or one of the Templars decides to stop us on the way for an inspection. What sentence do these carry?
It depends on the Templars. Some will pat you on the back and send you on their way. Others, well, let's just say you'll get a pretty good look at Kuba.
So anything from nothing to death. That's a big.
This is actually an important point. Clearly, the Templars are in or out on this scheme.
Yeah.
Right?
I say like the range is nothing or death. That's a big range.
Well, those are the two extremes.
Yeah.
But also, like, in that case, any sort of down payment for this risky task. Any sort of advance payment.
He kind of is saying, take it or don't.
I'll take it.
Alright, we'll take it.
Now your plan, of course, is to steal it on the way, right?
We are going to not discuss this here.
No, not here. I'm just asking you.
I mean,
not in role playing.
I actually don't know if it sounded like a good plan at the start, but now I'm thinking
The payment of having the berries seems better because then you produce it on your own, isn't it?
What I wanted to do is I wanted to skim few bottles so we can pump ourselves before going to the arena ourselves.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually a better idea.
But if we don't know, then we just don't bring the whole case. But that means that we're not going to be able to return here to the elves at all, which I don't like as an idea. So
I think we should do your idea.
What? I don't want to do my idea anymore.
All right. Well, I was going to bring this to a roll because I was going to see if you could pull off your theft. But now, since we are a little split on that, so the question is, do you want to try to do it without her noticing?
I'll do it.
No, you can try to persuade me.
That's true too.
Okay. Yeah. Do I even have something?
No, you don't.
You don't have to roll.
No, in the pool you don't have to roll for that. You can.
It's just that I had this idea, but now I'm not sure when we arrive there and if we leave the crate with some missing, what will happen?
Before we go back to this, oh wait, I'm wrong. Continue. Reply.
I think we would be better off with having some for ourselves to, as I heard or listened, to help rescue your brother.
Do the vials look extremely unique as a shape or something like that?
Not really.
Is there anything else on this market or some other market on our way to the Sage District where I could actually get several vials that look the same? Obviously they don't have the same content, but they look the same. Maybe then we can try to mask them. Exchange only a few of them and mask them psionically.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
Let's try it.
Yes. Okay, so the two of you launch into your crazy scheme.
How many vials do we steal?
Out of 20.
3 or 4?
5.
Do we need 5?
6
2,
in
3?
reality.
No,
Yeah.
no, that's too many. The fewer we have, the less a chance it is that they'll catch it, because they will test some, definitely, right?
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
so do we do 3, or do we do? You said 5.
I think 5 should be good. 5 is
1/4.
3 we are kind of like the darkness.
Well, not only that, but I mean, the killings are probably going to be happening tonight.
Yeah, we need it. I don't think Ashatra is gonna come with us to the arena, right?
No.
It's gonna be just the 3 of us. So maybe just 3. No need to get extra. Don't be greedy.
Okay, I'll try to fight it.
We don't even know if this might be super addictive thing.
Or
that
worse.
Once we get it, we cannot stop taking it, and we ruin our lives forever.
You're talking to the wrong elf.
He hadn't considered that, or no?
Oh, I think Trixie had considered it. That's part of it.
Oh, okay, no.
That's-
It's fine. I didn't realize what the reaction was like. Your reaction is like,
Oh well.
It's
What's the
Tuesday.
worst that can
Let's-
happen?
yeah,
okay, all right,
Let's go here then.
okay.
We have a roll.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
3 dice.
And
this
then
is your happy place.
and
And also you're working with Palik.
yeah, so 3 base dice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm smashing them with my hand. That's hand combat.
Yes.
With a +2 in.
5 dice. Let's see how this goes.
15%. 3 out of 20. 15%. Nope.
No.
Okay, so the two of you are overpowered and psionically beaten down in the name of King Nibonai's justice.
Right?
And you're going to wake up in the arena.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
Also, all gonna end up
Right.
there anyway, so.
If we knew this, we might be at 10%. We
So,
might still
Okay,
be-
let's do the roll for ourselves now.
yeah.
How
Okay.
many do we get? I have
3. Let's get 3. We
I
that's what.
have pickpocket items and lockpick safes and vaults.
Yes, there's a few other things that may actually be a little bit more. This is not quite. Right?
Can I tell from?
Right. Always look for ways to increase your gains in illicit and licit activities.
Mm.
That seems like the way to go. I think that's your trait.
Do we both roll?
Yes, the way this
each other thing?
exactly, and if either of you succeeds, then you succeed. Although the way it works out for the person who fails in that case may be a little disadvantaged, but basically you're working together on this.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to use psionic for the hiding.
Right.
That's because we don't want it to be caught.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay, how many dice do I get?
2 base dice.
2 base.
I'm low.
And I have 2 psionic, and I will use all my pool.
You are,
right now,
okay.
'cause it's
And you have
important.
2 plus the 1, so that's 3.
Not this one.
This is a +1, correct? All of your traits, I think, are +1.
Okay, I was thinking this would be added, or is it like?
No, it's only
No,
one
you
trait.
only have to choose. You only get to choose one.
Okay.
Either
So
way,
that's why
either way,
you-
it's
you-
+1.
I was thinking about making something OP. From...
Yeah, no, you cannot.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, you could be using multiple traits, but only one of them is getting the attention.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
I have a success.
Succeed. Okay.
One.
So
No.
No.
That's a 6.
No.
okay. So do you want the pool die or
No, I want to say what happened.
okay? First,
Would
let me
that-
say what
yeah,
happens
okay.
to Trixie. Okay.
Let me see.
So the trouble here is that let's see what would be a reasonable difficulty with this. I'm trying to think about where and when this finally concludes. This is going to conclude with the handoff. And the question is whether you're going to get your payment or whether you are going to get, Templars or even worse, some kind of privatized, enforcement, which could be very exotic and dangerous in this part of town. And the fact is that you will end up with a positive outcome. It's just that it's going to be very tense for a little bit. Somebody spots you, or there's some, maybe someone from Ram is there, and it kind of does a double take, looking at you, trying to see whether you're.
Maybe you can say that.
Don't I? Isn't that kind of?
Yeah, and then I just run away.
Yeah, you're just like whoa, not me. So.
Hey.
But so
you're
kind of on your own because Trixie has to play it.
Disappeared.
Yeah, has to disappear for a bit.
Emma.
So, but you succeed.
Yes.
And what happens?
So what happens is that, the material preparation that we did, is to find 3.
I figure all that's
set.
set. Yeah.
Whatever decoy, and I'm just going to, again, saw it open, get 3 out, put the other 3 in, sort of and I think I'm almost trying to use my psionics for a little bit of precognition.
Yeah. Right.
To sense
which ones they will pick.
Which ones they will test and place in other locations.
That is a great use. That makes so much more sense than trying to set up an illusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the illusion would be a continuous thing.
Exactly.
And people can sense it. And I think the precognition is more make it look like that and just hope they don't test it early enough. But then there is no hope because I'm actually going to see which one they will test.
Right. So
going there, I'm going to leave the thing, and then returning.
Right, on your way back, the 2 of you will reconnect, and then you will receive the payment. Now, was it going to be in the coin things or the seed things? The coins.
Yeah, the coins.
Okay, yeah. Okay, good. And that preserves, at the moment anyway, as best you can, your relations with the elfin market.
Yes.
Depending on how it plays out later.
But
much will happen before that.
They checked it.
Yeah.
We delivered it right.
Yeah.
Something happened to it after.
Yeah, hey.
We had already handed it over. It was checked.
Yep. Okay. And so you are in a dangerous circumstance.
Yes.
And
it's gonna be just the 2 of us fighting in the arena.
Yeah.
You can't really. I don't think you can join me.
No, but
we joined that game fighting.
But that's the thing. The way that he described it, and obviously this will be next time. We don't have time to do it now. But if we get we return to a shatra.
Let's play that next time.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
I think
this conversation is gonna be done. But what I got from the guy that was describing the arena fights is that they don't just put the 5 people to be executed at once to be killed, and if we go out as challengers, they wouldn't also, or maybe they would. I don't know.
I'll tell you more about that. You're making a lot of guesses.
Yeah, because I didn't understand it. That's what I was trying to find out.
I'll give you a lot more information about that next time.
Okay.